This is Congressman John Culberson. This week, the House Conservative majority has passed legislation to roll back the Obama administration's crushing regulation that would obliterate a lot of the jobs in the cement industry. As with so many other things that Obama Democrats have been working on, they pass a regulatory burden that is unattainable and unaffordable and would wind up crushing or driving away jobs in an industry. And then anytime we as conservatives make an effort to reduce the crushing regulatory burden that can almost never be complied with, even in a perfect world, they blame us for poisoning children or polluting the environment, which is just ridiculous. We're all committed to clean water, clean air, and a clean environment, but we understand as conservatives the vital importance of increasing job growth by cutting taxes, reasonable regulations, predictable and reasonable regulations, and by getting the federal government out of our pocket, out of our way, and off our backs. We're working in the House hard to cut spending, to cut taxes, to help grow the American economy, to create jobs, and to control the size and cost of the federal government. In the week ahead, we're going to be back in our districts. I'll be back in Houston visiting with folks and working to prepare for the following week when we hope to put together a series of spending bills that will continue our work to get the federal government back on track to balanced budget. Ultimately, we have to deal with, unfortunately, a very liberal Senate and the most liberal president in American history. So we can't cut as much as we would like, as quickly as we'd like, but we're moving in that direction. I'll also be refiling a balanced budget constitutional amendment with several other members of Congress. The first bill I've typically filed every session that it's been my privilege to represent you has been a balanced budget amendment to the Constitution. I'll continue in that effort. I've also just filed legislation that I hope you'll go to my website and look at to restore the 10th Amendment sovereign authority of the states over police powers and over public education. Because I'm convinced, as my hero Thomas Jefferson always said, that the knot will always untie itself, no matter how difficult the problem is, if we'll simply apply the Constitution and put control back where it belongs, as the founders intended, back in the hands of the states, and most importantly, we the people. Thank you for hiring me to represent you. It's an immense privilege, and I look forward to seeing you next week in Houston.